Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your MLB baseball preview and predictions for a Wednesday, Hump Day, June 23rd. Hopefully you're having yourself a good start to your Wednesday. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are watching on a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. You want to follow the top pickers today at bullpenpicks.com. We got a new leader now. It's Dom Mags from Montreal, 810. We got Nicolo Batista, Nicky Bats, 741, and Michael Cortazzo is at MC 1960. He's at 738, and those are your top three players right now at bullpenpicks.com. And folks, you can follow their selections. Just go to bullpenpicks.com. Go underneath where it says the score. You'll see follow my picks. Click on it, and then you go to your following page, and you can see the players you're following just right there. And you see their picks, and then you can compare your picks with their picks, and this way you get the best selections and winning selections. All right, there's the 80% Club. We'll get to that at the end of the show. But let's kick it off here. We got a couple of early games here today in the bigs, and we're going to go to the Chicago White Sox coming off that 6-3 loss yesterday to these Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates are 26-45 on the year, and when it rains, it pours. And right now, it's pouring in Chicago on the south side, maybe not the north side. North side is doing all right, but a 5-game losing streak now for the White Sox, who are going to send Dylan Cease to the hill today up against Chase DeYoung, the young of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And when the young goes for the Bucks, you can see he's only had one start so far. They're 0-1. And when Dylan Cease goes for the Chicago White Sox, they're 8-6 in his starts. And the last 3 games for Chicago have gone over the total. The computer pick, based on 10 previous games, going to lean with the White Sox here, 5.5 to 3.17. The over-under at 8.67. And your Kogo on today's game at PNC Park, 12:35 first pitch, early start here today on Hump Day, so getaway days for some of these teams. Your Kogo is at 36%. All right, Washington Nationals keep, looking at last night's game. Mad Max there, he wasn't too happy. Keep your pants on, Max. And you know what? I don't blame him. Major League Baseball has got to fix that, nip that right in the butt right now, and we got to get over this. You can't come in the middle of the season and start telling your pitchers, and you get in their heads, right? And we'll see what's going to happen today. All right, enough of that little Raymond rant right there. But minus 107 is the price tag here on the Phillies. The over-under is set at 9. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to lean with Eric Feedy and the Washington Nationals, 4.89, 4.83 for Vince Velasquez and the Phillies. And the over-under is set at 9.72, so it does like it to go over the total based on 42 games in the system. And looking at the Nationals now on a 2-game win streak, their last 6 have gone under the total, and their record on the year, 34-36, so 2 more wins gets them to 500. 21-48-1 to the under on the season. My line on this game, I did have the Nats at plus 112, but I had the Phillies at plus 104, and you can see the bookmakers had them listed at minus 107, and Velasquez going today for the Phillies. St. Louis taking on Detroit Tigers. Tigers winning 8-2 yesterday against the St. Louis Cardinals, and the Cardinals going to send John Gant to the hill today. He's up against Matt Manning of Detroit, and the computer forecast going to lean with the Cards here, 4.6 to 3.9, the over-under at 8.66, and looking at the Kogo, it is at 43%. The Brew Crew coming off a 5-0 win over Arizona. That didn't last long, that winning streak. And Kalo Smith going to be called here today for Arizona. He'll be up against Brandon Woodruff of the Milwaukee Brewers. They're 10-5 in his starts. The last 2 games for the Brew Crew have gone under the total. And the computer pick going to go with the underdog here today, the home dog. Arizona, 4.5, 3.46 for Milwaukee. The over-under at 7.98, so a hair under the total. And looking at both these teams, their last 2 games have gone under, and your Kogo is at 58%. San Francisco Giants taking a big win last night against the LA Angels. In fact, they are a 5-0 win last night for San Fran. They are a 110 price tag here today, so basically a pick 'em. Good pitching matchup. You got Kevin Gausman up for San Fran, and you got Shohei Ohtani going for the LA Angels. And when Gausman goes for the Giants, they are 10-4 in his starts. And when Ohtani goes for the Angels, they are 6-5. They're now on a 2-game losing streak. And the record on the year for the Giants, 47-26, while the Halos are 36-37. A win tonight gets them back to 500. Seattle taking on the Colorado Rockies. Seattle winning last night 2-1 over the Rockies. They're going to send Justice Sheffield here to the hill today up against Herman Marquez of the Colorado Rockies. And looking at the computer pick, we're going to go with Colorado here. 5.2 to 4.5. The over-under at 9.84. And the Rockies on a 3-game losing streak, 30-44 in a year. They'll be up against a team in Seattle who's 39-36. And your Kogo today on the game is 42%, meaning a 58% chance of this game going under the total. Kansas City Royals winning last night in the Bronx 6-5. And big win. You know what? That was a big win for the Royals. They beat Garrett Cole and the Yankees. And now the Yankees a 171 favorite with Michael King on the hill today against Danny Duffy of the Kansas City Royals. The Royals on a 2-game win streak, and the computer forecast sees another upset here. 5.8 for KC, 5.09 for the Yankees. 10.97 is the accumulated total. And looking at the records for the Yankees on the year, 38-34, where the Royals are 33-38. And let me see, the line I had for New York was minus 151, and you can see they're 171, so $20 over the power rating price. And I did have the Royals at plus 164, so fair market value on the Royals. All right, 9 in a row now for the Houston Astros, who are coming off a 3-1 win last night at Camden Yards against Baltimore. And looking at today's starting pitcher, you got Jose Urquidy going today for the Stros. He's up against Thomas Eshelman of the Baltimore Orioles. Now, looking at Urquidy when he goes for the Astros, they're 8-4 in his starts, 7-5 to the over. Again, Houston on a 9-game win streak. They are 45-28 on the year. Looking at their over-under record, a lot of games have gone over this year for Houston, 43-28-2, while the over-under record for Baltimore is 35-37-1, favoring 2 games to the under. All right, Atlanta taking on the New York Mets. Now, the Braves winning last night at Citi Field, 3-0. Going to send Kyle Wright to the hill. He'll be up against Tyler McGill here for the New York Mets. And the computer forecast, going to lean with Atlanta here, 4-3, the over-under at 7. As you can see, no line yet on this game. Boston Red Sox, big win last night in Tampa Bay at Tropicana Field. In fact, it was one of my top plays at bullpenpicks.com. And looking at the Rays now, a 7-game losing streak. I said it since that Seattle series, right? Once you lose your top player, and it's like the old saying goes, right? Once you cut off the head of a snake, the body will die. Well, I'm not saying that Tampa Bay is going to die right here, but when you lose your leader in Tyler Glass now, there's a sense through the clubhouse maybe, and the team confidence level is very low right now. So it's going to need something, and maybe Rich King of the Hill will be able to get the Tampa Bay Rays back on the winning track, because they are one of the top teams in the American League East. But Boston has done very well on the road against division opponents, and if you go look at the record at the Raymond Report, you'll see that last night was not a fluke. In fact, it needed extra innings, but they got the job done. 4.7 to 3.5, the over-under at 8.2 today. The chance of winning does favor Tampa Bay. That's because they're on a 7-game losing streak. 71% chance compared to 37%. Garrett Richards going to go for the Bo Sox, and the Boston Red Sox. Last 2 games, I've gone over the total. Toronto taking on the Miami Marlins. Good game last night in Florida. In fact, it was a 2-1 victory for the Blue Jays. Good pitching matchup for Sandy Alcantara. He did a good job, but couldn't get the run support behind him. Now, Robbie Ray is going to go for Toronto today. He'll be up against Miami's one of their top pitchers this season, Trevor Rogers. And looking at the computer forecast, does like the Marlins here, 3.63, 2.13, the over-under at 5.76. So maybe the under is where you want to look in this one, since the total is 7. Blue Jays are favored at minus 125. My line on this game, I did have the Blue Jays at minus 101, so they are overvalued today against Miami. Oakland taking on the Texas Rangers. Rangers losing big last night to the A's, 13-6. Now they come into this game as a home dog. 128 is the price tag here on Oakland. The over-under set at 9.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to lean with James Kaprielian over Mike Foltynewicz of the Texas Rangers. 5.19, 3.83, the over-under at 9.02. And that's based on 34 games in the system. And looking at both these teams, the last 2 games, I've gone over the total. And my value line on this game, I did have the Oakland A's at minus 156. And the last game of the night should be a good one, just like it was last night. 3-2 win for the Padres. They've taken 2 now from the Dodgers. They're on a 6-game win streak. They're going to send Joe Musgrove to the hill. He'll be up against Trevor Bauer. Wow, what a pitching matchup that's going to be. Fun to watch. And if you're up late, do you want to watch this one? And looking at the computer forecast, going to lean with the Padres here to go with the clean sweep. 4.14, 4.05, the over-under at 8.19. And looking at the chance of winning, though, on the law of average theory, does favor the Dodgers at 53% compared to 21% for San Diego, who are 44-32 on the season. And the same thing for the Dodgers. They got the same amount of wins at 44-29. And my line in this game, I had the Dodgers at minus 175, but I also had the Padres at minus 160. So you're getting good value today on the San Diego Padres. Folks, let's get to the 80% club. These are always fun. What do I call it? Fun with stats. I'm thinking of Sheldon there. Fun with flags. But yeah, the fun facts, right? The stats are always, trends are your friends. There you go. I got her out. The Red Sox, 12-1 as an away team after a division game this season. I said in that Tampa Bay series, Boston has been really good. In fact, I'll go to the Raymond Report just to show you how good they've been on the road against division opponent in just a second. The under 9-1 for the Giants as an away team, coming off a win over an American League West division opponent the last 3 years. And let's go to Oakland. They're 18-3 as a 120-140 road favorite after a conference game the last 4 years. And the Brew Crew are 11-2 and as a away team during a day game this season. So the Brew Crew, they sure do like that sunlight, because they're 11-2 when it's sunny. All right, and it's daylight, right? All right, let's take a look at that Boston Red Sox, as I promised you. Looking at that record, division record on the road, and we'll just scroll right down here. And Boston Red Sox, there they are, 12-2 on the road versus division opponents this year, where Tampa Bay is 7-6. So that's the difference, right? You are what your record says you are, and my record today is telling me Boston might be another nice play, but they'll have to get through Rich King of the Hill to get the W. All right, there you have it, folks. Don't forget, if you do enjoy the show, please hit that like button, and if you're a first-timer, hit that subscribe button, and if you're on a mobile device, hit that subscribe button below this video. And for a hump day, June 23rd, have yourself a great rest of your day. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report. Cheers.